Hey Virgo. So while I was meditating on your energy and shuffling the cards, um, I noticed that y'all might be kind of sad right now. The kind of sadness that I was getting was kind of a vulnerable sadness where I feel that you're trying to be humble and keep to yourself about it, but you kind of low key would really like if someone approached you and maybe could tell that you were sad because it doesn't seem like something that you're really wanting to complain about. It feels like kind of a melancholy kind of sadness, and I sense that you may be feeling kind of weak right now. Like energetically, spiritually, you're feeling kind of like the feeling that I was getting was like, kind of like washing the dishes and looking out the window. You know, that's the energy that I'm getting for you, Virgo, that um, you're doing your duties, you're taking care of your responsibilities, and you are being humble, and you're trying not to necessarily let on that you're sad, but you're not actually hiding it. You're being authentic to how you feel, and that's kind of the vulnerable part of it that I feel like you would open up to someone if they were to approach you, but I don't feel that you're taking the steps to vent or to open up about how you're feeling, but you're wearing it on your face. Like it's kind of maybe obvious to others that you're feeling sad, and I think that you just you're feeling very melancholy right now, and I'm not sure why. Let's look into the cards and see what's going on for you, Virgo. Okay. Just gonna mark this real quick. So, okay, let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards, get an overall energy for your reading, Virgo. Any messages for Virgo today, Spirit? Okay. Okay. So, the card that you got today, Virgo, is Tiny Triumphs. And the first energy that I get for this is that, you may be looking to the small things at this time in order to stay joyful, or to, kind of pull yourself out of this melancholy feeling. And maybe the little things are actually quite meaningful to you at this time. You may be feeling very sentimental. So I'm going to go ahead and read for you the message that's in the book for this card. I have been interpreting these oracle cards intuitively up until this point, but I'm feeling inspired to start to read the messages out to you so that you can really get the full message that this card represents, okay? So, Tiny Triumphs. Attitude, belief, power of perseverance. A big mouse dressed as a circus trainer is holding a small eagle. The situation is inverted. The predator is small and the prey is big. This card urges us to believe in ourselves. Don't ever think you're too small or too outmatched in a situation. Inner size is what matters. Think back to a time when you felt good about an achievement. Don't give up now. With patience and hard work, you will triumph in the end. That's really beautiful, Virgo. I got chills. I feel like you really needed to hear that. I think that at this time you may be feeling overwhelmed. You may be feeling tired, and that you're carrying some kind of weight, or something has got you down. And I feel like this reading is to this card certainly is to really help you remember that you have an inner source of strength that you can call upon and tap into. Even if you feel that you're depleted at this time, remember that if you persevere, and it feels that you are, I feel as though you are, and just continue forward and count the small things, and eventually you will overcome this, okay? Let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Spirit, do you have any messages for Virgo today? Do you have any messages for Virgo today I could share with them? Any messages for Virgo, Great Spirit? Okay. Any messages for Virgo? Any more messages for Virgo? Okay. Yes. We had the Eight of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. You are setting yourself free. Okay. We also have the Five of Wands in reverse. Whatever this mental inner conflict is, you're overcoming it. You truly are. If it's conflict in your environment, conflict within, or conflict with others, you are overcoming it. You're turning it around, okay? You've also got the Six of Wands in reverse. This card in the upright represents success and admiration and recognition. And with it in the reverse, you may not be feeling appreciated or recognized for what you bring to the table, whether this is at work or at home or in a relationship. You are not feeling successful, you're not feeling congratulated, you're not feeling appreciated. That may have everything to do with why you are feeling this way, Virgo. And especially if you are doing all of the things necessary to be successful. And the Six of Wands very much does symbolize recognition from others. So if you are working hard and you've done everything to deserve recognition from others and you're not getting it, that may be why you are feeling the way you're feeling, Virgo. But I want you to know you've got Ace of Pentacles coming in. The Ace of Pentacles represents new endeavors, new offers. These could be job opportunities, income opportunities. These are stable opportunities. And these are opportunities that will definitely add to your success, add to your stability. And that might be the area where you are feeling melancholy at this time. So this could possibly be offers coming from others in your environment, and maybe there is recognition of you taking place behind the scenes and you haven't heard of it yet. You haven't really had people actively praising you, but something's been cooking in the background. So you may very well get the recognition that you deserve, that someone might step forward, and say, hey, I've noticed you've been working really hard, Virgo. I want you to know I really appreciate it. It could be that simple. And that can make a world of difference in our energy. But I feel you've already made the decision to get out of this energy of feeling stuck or feeling unappreciated or feeling unsuccessful or any of these things, Virgo. I feel like you are making the necessary effort to get out of that energy anyway, on your own, regardless. I think at this point you're like, it's fine. It's fine if people don't appreciate me, which is part of the melancholy of just taking care of your duties and staying humble and staying quiet and, just kind of staying to yourself, where that you are very vulnerable in that, like, if someone approached you and they could tell what was going on and they asked you about it, you might just start crying or something like that, which I'm so sorry, Virgo. But I do feel that, that's about to change for you, and it's changing because you are making the decision to change it, and without like resentment. Like, I don't feel any resentment coming from you. I don't feel that you are making this decision out of anger, like, okay, fine then, I don't care. It more feels like you're hurt by it and you're kind of just starting to accept it and say, okay, I guess that's the way it is. That's fine, I'm just going to move on, like, really gently. And I think that is a really, you're accepting things and you're moving forward anyway. And I think that's a good energy and a good way to respond. And it could be, very beneficial to you energetically. All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull some more cards to clarify. Are there any other messages you would like to share with Virgo through me today, Spirit? Any messages you'd like to share with Virgo? Any messages you'd like to share with Virgo? Yeah, I feel like that one right there. Okay, that doesn't feel right. We're going to shuffle a little bit more. Okay. Oh. Spirit is really on me today. We're not going to take all these. Let's get back on track. Any messages you'd like to share with Virgo today? Okay. Okay, you've got the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That absolutely makes sense to me with the energy I'm picking up on for you, Virgo. That I feel you are just doing your work, doing your part, doing your thing. You're not demanding a whole lot from anybody, and you're just kind of, you know, working through it day by day. Tiny triumphs, right? So the next card we have coming out for you is the Lovers. The Lovers can represent a choice or a decision. The Lovers can also represent partnership. And this can be a multitude of different levels of partnership, not always romantic, but more often than not, that is what it represents, though, is romantic partnership, okay? It could also represent, like I said, would be a choice or a decision. So next coming out, we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, for me, represents commitment. It can also represent higher knowledge, like higher education. And so it's very possible that you may be making a decision about a commitment. You also have the Judgment card coming out. The Judgment card also very much represents a resurrection of something from the past and making a decision about that resurrection, right? So with these three cards coming out, I am feeling that you may be receiving an offer of commitment, and you may be having to make a decision about whether or not to accept this commitment. And this could be somebody or something from the past, maybe a past opportunity that was lost or passed up or didn't quite work out for whatever reason, that I feel like this is a decision and an offer. So you may be receiving an offer and you have to make a choice of whether or not you want to make a commitment here. I also want you to keep in mind that depending on what it was that was causing you any kind of conflict or struggle in the past, making you feel unappreciated, you know, if you're feeling that way now and an offer is coming in that you feel is going to be different, that it is an opportunity for you to receive recognition and appreciation, and you're coming out of this conflict with yourself, and you're staying diligent, you're doing your work, and then all of a sudden you're getting this offer, consider it. I think definitely consider it. And, consider the potential outcomes. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the top here. Okay, you're getting the Emperor. So, Hanged Man in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling that, this is why I feel that I'm not just kind of encouraging you gung-ho to like accept this offer, because I'm kind of feeling that it may be an offer being made by someone who is a little bit controlling. This could be a job situation where you'd have to sign a contract, and it might actually be a pretty significant contract for you that may restrict you in some way. the Ace of Swords in reverse makes me nervous because that means that it's possible that there's not enough clarity to this offer, that perhaps it's an offer of, a commitment, like a contract or a relationship or something like that, and you may not be getting the full picture. So my advice to you is, you have the Hanged Man in reverse here. It's possible that this person was in a state of contemplation, uncertainty, or trying to see things through a different perspective, and they're coming out of that, and now they are wanting to reach out and offer you something. But I just want to caution you that if someone is just kind of coming out of a state of mind and all of a sudden they're feeling really optimistic and they're feeling all this sort of way, it's like that could be fleeting, or that could be something that needs to be cultivated and nurtured and maintained for an extended period of time before it becomes second nature, or it's something that they can maintain. Does that make sense? Because I feel like sometimes we can have these really significant spiritual experiences when we're in this state of the Hanged Man, and we're looking at things through another perspective, and we can come out of that where we're like bursting with life, or we're so optimistic, we're so excited, we're so loving, all of these things, which is fabulous. But sometimes that can happen, and then we can kind of start to backtrack into our old ways, right? Where we may be feeling excited and motivated and, ready for something new. And we might even reach out to our ex and say, hey, I can't believe that, I treated you that way. I'm so sorry. I'd love to reconcile with you, because they're feeling this, or, they might need to hire somebody on at a short notice, or I'm just feeling like that there's this sense of excitement and energy bubbling up, and kind of here's this offer. And I just want to caution you that with this Ace of Swords in reverse, there might be a lack of clarity, because you might be like, well, how will this go in the future? See, my candle just went out. Oh, Virgo, I really want to caution you that, you've got the Judgment card coming out again. This is going to be a decision, a really important decision. You've also got the, I'm sorry, Virgo. You've got the Five of Pentacles coming out as well. This is a card of being left out in the cold. This is a card of poverty mentality, potentially even being in poverty, things not going the way that you would like them to go. So I feel like I need to keep pulling a couple cards here. You've got the Eight of Cups, and the clock was at 18:08 when I pulled this card off the top of the deck. Yeah, I feel like you unfortunately might have to walk away from this offer. Yep, Ten of Swords. Yep, I don't know what this is. It's trying to resurrect itself and come back and offer commitment to you. Like I said, it could be an old job that you left behind or that fired you. And they might be trying to come back and make amends and get you back on board because, their company is sinking. Okay? And so you might end up out in the cold. That there might not be enough truth and honesty and clarity around this situation, and it might not be what it seems, okay? And it could end badly for you. Especially if you're in this state of vulnerability and melancholy, that this might seem like just the thing to pick you up, and you might go for it, or you might feel tempted to go for it. It could, like I said, be a past relationship coming back, or it could be an old job, an old friend who you had a falling out with for whatever reason, and I think that it's probably wise for you to continue moving on. And I also want to remind you that, Virgo, when you're coming to the end of a cycle and you are turning things around for yourself, and you are starting to work through whatever it is that's going on for you emotionally that may be directly related to other people, that you might be starting to let go of expectations of others that cause you to be disappointed. You might be starting to let go of negative perceptions of others that are untrue to who you really are. You might be starting to let go of, the frustration or sadness that comes from other people's behavior and the way that they treat you or don't treat you, right? Like if you're feeling underappreciated, I think you're starting to come out of these cycles and these ways of thinking, and it's going to increase your joy, and it's going to increase your, like, you are tapping into your inner strength in order to do that and to get past the way that you are feeling weighed down or held down when it comes to other people, the things that you can't control. And so I'm really feeling for you, Virgo, that you're starting to become more self-reliant when it comes to your happiness, and you're starting to move out of this melancholy energy, especially if it's created by other people's actions or non-action, right? And when that happens, the reason why I'm kind of building you up to this is that when you are starting to do that, 9 times out of 10, Virgo, something or somebody from the past pops up, because it can feel, and this is just crazy energetic stuff that really does happen, that it can just feel, or they can feel that you are moving on and that your energy is disconnecting from that past version of yourself, and whatever connection that you still have energetically with those people, places, or things, you're starting to dissolve those things and you're starting to move forward. And I guarantee you that if any of these people, places, or things have been feeding off of your energy or the memory of you, or like, how you might have gone into a workplace and contributed a ton, and then you had to leave, or you were fired and underappreciated, or something like that happened, just for example, that the people who still work there, or the managers, the bosses, whatever, they still think about you, because like you impacted the environment there. It was an experience that they had as well, so it is somehow in the back of their memory. So you moving on and no longer feeling hurt by the past can start to cut those cords and those ties, and they start feeling that, where that they're not feeding off of that anymore. And I know it's horrible to acknowledge that people might actually subconsciously be feeding off of you, Virgo, but it's absolutely true. I mean, that is absolutely true. I guarantee you, even if you experiment with letting things go, watch how things, people start to reach back out to you and try and keep you from leaving. And when that happens, don't second guess yourself. Don't think to yourself, well, maybe, maybe because I'm getting ready to let them go and they pop back up, maybe this is a second chance and I have the choice of whether or not I decide to go with it. But I'm telling you, people and things are in your past for a reason, okay? And it is up to you. But what I'm seeing in the cards here is that if you go for this, it really, I feel like you need to be cautious. Ask a lot of questions, okay? That's what I would urge you to do, is if you're unsure, I would personally ask a lot of questions, get a lot of clarity, and as much information as you can about the contract, the relationship offer, whatever it is that's coming in, this offer for commitment. Really try and get as much clarity as possible, because I feel the more that you understand, the more informed of a decision you're going to make, and the better it'll be for you in the long run. Okay, but I am seeing the Emperor here can be very controlling energy, could be a fleeting energy that doesn't last very long because it's not been implemented long term. This is a new thing that this person is feeling. We've got the Five of Pentacles, we've got the Judgment card twice, so this is more than likely a resurrection of something from the past, lack of clarity, and then we've got the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords, I mean, I feel like you might need to walk away and end this situation for good. And just know that no matter what happens, like, you are not missing out on anything, okay? What is meant for you will be yours, and it will feel right and harmonious and healthy, and it will come to you, okay? So I just want you to be cautious and really put yourself first here, Virgo, especially if something or someone did not appreciate you in the past and you're feeling that you're getting to a place where that you don't need that kind of appreciation from people anymore to feel happy or strong within yourself. Then this would, in my opinion, would not be a situation that would be healthy for that change in you, okay? Because you would be, then re-engaging with that type of energy, okay? Does that make sense? I really hope that helped, Virgo. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in. And please like, share, comment, subscribe, support my channel. And I'll see you next time, okay? Thanks.